Chapter 28. Brenda Wyatt had spent a day and a half in the computer room with friends of hers, trying to trace the genealogy of Mr. Russell Nash. All that she could establish was that Mr. Nash, at least the one he pretended to be, was dead. Russell Nash had died at birth. Was MacLeod, then, his real name? The computers had come up with all sorts of possibilities, even one which said that MacLeod had been around in the world for more centuries than was decent. Of course, she had discounted all these ridiculous theories. People did not live for more than a century, and in any case, Nash was not an old man. For some reason, he was keeping his identity close to his chest, and that was good enough for her. People had all sorts of reasons for not wishing to be recognized, not all of them criminal. She decided to visit her father for the weekend and took a flight to Miami on the Friday evening. It was warm when she arrived, and she took a cab to the bungalow on the edge of the Marine Flats where her father had made his retirement home. He was sitting on the porch when she arrived, fiddling with a fishing line. "Brenda?" The wiry, white-haired old man jumped down from his seat and gave her a hug. "What are you doing down here? Why didn't you call?" She shrugged. "Oh, I don't know. I wanted to surprise you, Pop. You're looking fit. Suntanned." He carried her case through the fly-screen doors and dumped it on the living room floor. Then he made them both a fresh orange juice. "Do you want to freshen up?" he asked. "I'm all right. Can we sit on the porch?" "Sure." They went outside and sat looking out over the yachts and boats in the marina, sipping their orange juice in silence. "Now," said her father, "are you going to tell me what made you come all this way? And don't give me any garbage about family love." His penetrating blue eyes stared into hers. She wanted to talk, but she did not know what to say. She had not really admitted anything to herself yet. "I've met a man," she said. The old watchmaker smiled. "Ah, a man. But he's a little unusual." "They always are at first," he said with a twinkle. "But after you get to know them well, they're usually pretty ordinary." "No, Pop, you don't understand. This has nothing to do with stars in my eyes. I mean, he's strange. He may be involved in a murder, or two. He uses an assumed name. He's got an air of mystery around him thicker than a cloud of Montana dust. I keep finding new things which sink him deeper into some kind of weird conspiracy, yet my instinct is to trust him." Her father lit his pipe and leaned back in the wickerwork chair. It creaked under his weight. The evening insects were coming in now, in small clouds, and the pipe would help to keep them off. "Your instincts may be governed by your feelings at the moment. You can't trust love, Brenda." "I didn't say I was in love with him." "No, but it sounds like it to me." Brenda admitted to herself that it was a possibility. "Well, that aside, I don't think that's what's interpreting the signals. I felt this instinctive trust the first time I met him, and I certainly wasn't in love with him then, even if I am now. I just feel that deep down, he's a good man, caught up in something which he can't escape from. Not at the moment." Her father blew out a cloud of tobacco smoke. "If you're coming to me for advice, you're coming to the wrong man. My instinct is to tell you to get the hell away from this fella, well away. But that's the protective father coming out in me. I couldn't give a damn about love and destiny so long as my daughter is safe. I don't think that anything so flimsy as love is worth the risk. It's bad enough when two people know each other real well. When they don't, and there's the possibility that one of them could turn out to be an ugly customer, why bother? She smiled. Oh, come on, Pop. You would have married Mom if she'd been the sister of Attila the Hun. Ha! With a brother-in-law like that, who would need to go into business at all? They both laughed, and Brenda went in to make them a cup of coffee. When she came out again, her father was looking at the newspaper, which had been delivered by the boy, while she was in the kitchen. Any national news in there? She asked, putting down the tray. Sure. They've got a picture of that guy that's been cutting off people's heads. What a thing, eh? A mad axeman running around New York, and your pals can't catch. She snatched the newspaper from him. Hey, he shouted. That's bad manners, young lady. You're not too old. Relief flooded through her as she looked at the drawing done by the police artist. It was not Nash. Thank God for that. Sorry, Pop. Didn't mean to snatch. She handed the paper back to him. She would have a better look later on. Her father looked at her. Is this guy, you haven't told me his name yet, is he mixed up in this business? I think he's connected to it somewhere, but I still don't know how or why. We were together on a building site one night when he was attacked by a... She suddenly had a thought and picked up the paper again. She studied the drawing. That's him, she said slowly. That's who? The man who attacked Russell. Says here he chopped the head off a black man. And he would have had Russell's head if the police helicopter hadn't arrived. Her father looked at the picture himself. Mean-looking son of a bitch. Talk about Attila the Hun. We've got him right here, right in New York, USA. Brenda went to bed that night with a safe feeling inside her. Miami had its crime too, but somehow it seemed a much slower, quieter place than New York City. Perhaps it was the presence of her father. Maybe she had that little girl protected by daddy feeling. Whatever it was, she was prepared to indulge herself. Plenty of time to get back to the raw, unprotected feelings when she flew back to New York.